Protect our water, protect our children, protect our social and environmental justice rights, and our education. There's way more to this issue going on in this institution than just firing somebody that they claim didn't have really the academic capabilities, but yet they depended on for a couple of years to create the program, help create one of the best programs and one of the most successful programs on this campus. I think what they are worried about is that they've educated this movement too good. Tina Evans is somebody that asks questions, just like you and I. Tina Evans is somebody that takes her own personal time, not getting paid, to help make this world a better place. Countless hours. Countless hours she has volunteered to make this program in here what it's about. You can look at EVAs and you can see the glorification of colonialism and industrial complexes all day long by looking at that place. Okay? Now I want you to look at where sociology and the kind of accommodations that environmental studies and sociology we did. Okay? We get the frickin' basement, man. Okay? But the problem is here is that this department in this basement, what FLC and the entire community need to recognize, has created some of the most important and influential people in this community. To come out of this department and to be able to go volunteer at Nana's Food Kitchen and come out of that as a junior, and then all of a sudden graduate and you're helping SASO, and you're actually an counselor at SASO helping in domestic violence issues. I don't care what anybody tries to tell me. You can make your buildings big all day long, but if you're touching the lives of people that are not spoken for on a daily basis, and you're touching the lives of the unborn by protecting their water, that's way more important to me than working for BP or thinking I'm going to get an oil and gas job when I get out of here with this degree. I'm more important than some kind of corporate, industrial, military complex agenda. And so are you, and so is Tina Evans. Wow! And the one thing I want to tell you here, and this is what I want to get down to, the real nitty-gritty, all right? I have been here since 01, so they messed up and let me back in, evidently. But I'm going to tell you something. I have witnessed this countless times, and I'm going to tell you about a scenario that happened in the Southwest Center a few years ago. After my struggle as a single parent and as a multiracial, poor ethnic student, I had to take back home to Oklahoma and try to rebuild my life for my son and myself again. The accommodations are not there to help you get through this place. When I was in Oklahoma going back to Comanche College, I read in the tribal newspaper that there was a professor at the Southwest Study Center that took Native students' written material and personal material that they had shared with him that was culturally sensitive. And he stole and plagiarized and published those Native students' intellectual and culturally sensitive intellectual property. That is a federal violation if I'm not, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's several violations in that, and he's still working here. And I just read an email that the Department of Environmental Studies has now accepted Andrew Goldberg to work after they just fired the most amazing lady that I know on this campus. So I'm going to tell you something. If they thought that white students or non-native students and native students didn't have anything in common, you're wrong. We are not divided here if you just wake up and quit listening to the administration. You've got to listen to yourself, and you've got to talk amongst each other. And just because another has a different color, or a different shirt, or a different type of attire or attitude, you still should make yourself known to that person and shake his hand and say, I'm right there with you. Because the administration has not been there with us. Since August of last year, Tiana James and myself and several other student representatives have gone to the Board of Trustees, and we have asked for accountability on some mismanagement of funds that obviously seem to be going down on the Hesper's Trust land. Since 1916, we have evidence to show that no money has ever gone accounted for on that Hesper's Trust land, but we have coal leases and we have uranium leases, and we've even got a letter from the state treasurer that says where is the money for the uranium? It's not in the Hesper's Trust account. Now the Hesper's Trust account is the account that's supposed to support the Native American tuition waiver. And that Hesper's Trust account right now is at less than $600,000 after 100 years. Well, it was created in 1963, excuse me. But the fact of the matter is that they have not answered our questions on asking where the money is or the accountability and why the leases are $0 a year. They keep refusing to answer those questions. In the last Board of Trustees meeting, they told me it was not in their best interest to do so. So I want you guys to know something. Tina was on the Board of Trustees, not on the Board of Trustees, but the Fort Lewis, the old Fort Lewis task force last year. She was asking questions on that, and so was another really important lady in our school. When they started asking questions, President Bartell got them off the committee. Ever since then, Tina's been harassed, you guys. She didn't get fired because she didn't know how to do her job. She got fired because she was considered a liability on the account that they're trying to hide something, and she knew it. And we know it. I'm going to tell you something. The Board of Trustees needs to come clear with us and take care of our professors. They need to take care of us. This is not about the Colorado State budget. It's about doing their job that we pay them to do. And we're not paying them to fire the most important people in our lives while we try to get through this educational process. We're not paying them to not be transparent to us and not tell us what the hell is going on when they want to take away the Native American tuition waiver on a state level, and they call it an unfunded mandate, and obviously it wasn't when we showed that there was money there. If that Native American tuition goes away, you guys, Fort Lewis College will fall apart. And it's falling apart right now, and that's evident, and we need to protect our professors. Reinstate! Tina Evans! Reinstate! Tina Evans! Reinstate! Tina Evans! I want you guys to walk with me to the provost office right now. I want you guys to run up with me right now, and we need to walk to the provost